I'm going to go to the next topic here, which is Adam's top topic, talking about Obama saying every man needs a gay friend. So Obama goes on his wife's podcast, okay? And they're sitting there having this conversation, and it opens. They covered a lot of different things. Right off the bat, they talked about the divorce. Hey, aren't we supposed to be getting a divorce and all this stuff? Just tell me if this seems like they woke up together in the same bed this morning, the last week, the last month, the last 90 days, or if they live in two different places. Just watch this real quick. Go ahead, Rob.
Wait, you guys like each other?
Oh, yeah, really, huh?
That's so
the
nice.
rumor mill.
Yeah, slap that hand
It's
hard.
my husband, y'all.
She took me back.
Now, don't start.
I can't.
It was touch and go for a while.
It's so nice to have you both in the same room
I
together.
I know, because
Queer
when
as
we aren't, folks think we're divorced.
These are the kinds of things
Yeah.
that I just miss, right? So I don't even know this stuff's going on.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody will mention it to me, and I'm all like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
There hasn't been one moment in our
You can pause
marriage
it right
where
there, Rob. There was a lot
No,
of it that
hang
was
on, hang
missed.
on, hang on. There hasn't been one moment in our marriage when I thought about quitting. Bull. Every man and woman who has ever been married, you think about quitting. There's a
Is that
moment
what she
you
said?
think
Yeah,
things
that's what
will
she's
happen.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such BS. We all have that.
She even
Why?
said it. She said
because
she
we're
hated
human.
him. She said she hated him for 10 years. Are you admitting on camera that you thought about quitting Kim?
Rob, can you rewind,
Biz Doc
Rob?
Babe?
Look at how his
Vinny,
legs are
shut up.
crossed. Go back
Do
to
you have-
Brock's legs crossed.
Do
Vinny, shut up.
humans in relationships
that.
have big fights
Where's his
and you
cross?
say for a split second, is this all worth it? But then you go to your foundation and you say, yes, it is worth it. And I'm going to stick through
Vinny,
this.
shut up. He's talking.
Adam, just out of curiosity.
I want to hear Tom speak.
That's the first
You're
ever.
gonna go on-
That's
I
the
know.
first ever from you.
So let's
Where is
cherish the moment.
Barack
Like
Obama
Sade.
sitting like that. Where is his junk? It has to be mushed and
That's
mashed.
what you
It's not
interrupted.
even
By the way,
That's what you interrupted Tom for? He's talking about his marriage?
Tom was saying something
Unbelievable.
about the challenge of marriage. But listen, you know who else is like that? Gavin Newsom.
Oh, hardcore.
They sit like that. That takes
hurts.
art. That's
hurts.
Yeah. But anyways, going
Let's be
back to
grown-ups
it,
here,
what
guys.
were some of the things
Another
that
guy
he
with
said?
no junk.
What did they say? What are some of the things? Obama, not that one. If you go to the Sean Ryan picture, the Sean Ryan Newsom picture,
It's so condensed.
that's the one you want to look at. So, but let me go to this here. So they had this conversation. I'll send it to you in a minute. Don't worry about it. We'll
It's a
get to
killer
it. It's not a big deal.
crossover right there. I get
Yeah.
that.
So
That's
he
AI.
was on, and if you look at the podcast from the beginning,
Straight up. Tim Hardaway right there.
Where are they?
So
They're in there, Vinny.
So he goes on a podcast. They openly talk about the divorce, okay? That people think we're getting a divorce, and they're joking about it. And Obama said a few things. One of the things he talked about was about young men and daughters. And I don't know if this is the one or not.
I have it.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Where they talk about progressives, Democrats, and young men?
Yeah. He was talking about, it was actually it was going in the right direction of a point. And then he talks about every man needs a gay friend. I'm like, oh, you were making a very good point. And then you say, this is the one where he says, for those of you that don't have sons, Rob, is this the one? I just sent you the clip on Instagram. He talks about for those of you that don't have sons, that only have daughters, which he's talking about himself. We need men. He's making the point of parents who have only girls, they need boys to become boys because our daughters, they want to have a relationship. I think that's one right there. Play that clip, Rob, if you could. Go for it.
Those of you who do not have sons, so Emma, we are rooting for you because those of us with daughters,
We need good men.
We've got to have good guys out there.
Yep.
Not necessarily to get married, but to make sure that what we're learning, I think, is that when we don't think about boys and just assume they're going to be okay because they've been running the world and they've got all the advantages relative to the girls, and all of which has historically been true in all kinds of ways. But precisely because of that, if you're not thinking about what's happening to boys and how are they being raised, then that can actually hurt women. And I would
He's
argue
telling
that
the
some
truth.
of
He
the
doesn't know how to say it.
broad
Exactly.
political trends we've seen, not just in this country, but around the world, have to do with this sense of, boys, men not feeling as if they are seen, feeling as if they count. Mm-hmm. And that then makes them more interested in appeals by folks who say, you know what, the reason you don't feel respected is because women have been doing this, or this group has been doing this, or that group's been doing
group
this.
is talking about LGBTQ now,
100%.
right? Yeah.
And that
But he
is
can't
not
say it.
That's not a healthy place to be. For those of you who do not have sons,
Okay, so Vinny, did you watch any of the clips between the two of them?
I just watched the one, and I sent it to Rob. Pat, I just watched like 3 or 4 clips. The one that I sent Rob was the one where he says every guy. Did I send to Rob needs an LGBTQ friend? I think I put it in the actual group. Did I put it in the group chat? Oh yeah, no, Rob, I did. I slacked it to you. Okay. It's on by Define L's. Yeah, he just says men need a gay friend to show empathy and kindness. By the way, you need that person in your friend group. Like, so if you have a boy who is gay or non-binary,
Do you have
or
that clip or no?
I
Rob?
do.
Yeah, this is it.
Bring a gay friend.
Was that?
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out a lot, who became one of my favorite professors. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm listen, just off the podcast alone, I'm not an expert, but just going off of body language and seeing them together and then making the jokes about it with her brother, who I believe is in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, we go out on a limb and say
What's
that
it called?
that
He's
the
an
flamboyant
ally.
guy is an ally.
What is it? He's an ally.
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, he's an ally. I just
Pretty
I
confident
don't
about that
and
one.
again, I just don't. I'm not buying it. That looked like a group that hasn't been around each other for a while. I respect, the stuff with the boys, and we need to have them getting out there more. But mind you, when he's talking about having that gay friend and the gay professor and all that stuff, let's not forget what Barack was writing letters in college to his friend Tom, and where he's saying he was fantasizing about sleeping with men on a daily basis. So this is the same guy. And by the way, to each his own, he does whatever, but I'm just not. Do you think that, when's the last time you think that they were in the same room together off of that vibe, that video?
Let me tell you, the energy I got, I've been around couples a lot when I'm sitting down with the insurance company, PHP, and I sit down with them and I get a feeling how they sit next to each other, both legs being crossed the other way. And, those who are extremely comfortable with each other, those who are spending you can feel the energy, 100%. That was an energy of, they're not living together. That was an energy of, we have a grown relationship, we've separated, I live in a different place, you live in a different place. We have 2 different lives. That's the energy I got there, okay? And a part of me who is a big pro-family guy, I love seeing it. I think it's good. I don't agree with a lot of stuff with Obama. And he was a big contributor to dividing the country in many different ways. But I think he's a guy that's probably, in his circles, probably a good guy. In his circle. Like, think about if he's in his own community. And he's probably gone through a lot of shit as well, of being where he's at. It's not easy being a president. I never liked the Michelle Obama victimhood language type of stuff. I even gave feedback saying, go back to the videos you used to dance and be happy. Like, go back to it. You can do that. We don't have to agree politically. I still want to find a way for us to be able to hear each other out and disagree on policies, and I want to see them be together. I don't root for them to not make it. You want to see them make it. However, body language, these guys haven't been living together for a long time. I mean, when he's going and having breakfast with his girls and the wife is not there and he's going to funerals and traditional presidential, things that you have to be part of, and she's not there at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Maybe not Trump's, I get it, but Carter's, a little weird. And If they do get a divorce, great, announce it. Move on. It's 2025 is very different than 1984 divorce.
Do you remember when? Just really quick. When's the last time we even saw them together? Before this? Anybody even
The birthday photo.
It was
You
a birthday
remember when they were at dinner?
Okay, yeah, you're right. And then before that, who knows?
It was a rough birthday picture.
Oh yeah. Well,
No, they've been behind the scenes, and they're rolling him out right now because New Jersey was really close in the election 24. We just had presidential election. It really closed in on conservatives, not just Trump and a Trump wave. He led it, but there's conservatism that was rising in New Jersey after all those years of blue state rule and taxes. And they've rolled out him now trying to help candidates in New Jersey. And he was at a massive fundraiser trying to help them get it momentum because now and a year from now, they need to generate a big war chest momentum to go into midterms. And New Jersey supposedly is weak in a couple congressional seats. So they rolled him out in New Jersey. I haven't seen him in forever.
Is that the message of him giving to Democrats to toughen up, Rob?
Yes, sir.
Can you play that and then go to Whoopi Goldberg and then I'm going to go to Adam? Go ahead and play that clip.
When was the last time you heard this guy?
Go for it.
He said, I think it's going to require a little bit less navel gazing and a little less whining and being in fetal positions. It's going to require Democrats to just toughen up. Later, he says he's been surprised by progressive liberals who stood for all kinds of stuff, who seem to be kind of cowed and intimidated and shrinking away. And then he called out university presidents, where he said, I've said, if your core mission, if your core value is to teach, you may teach without compromising values of academic independence. You may lose some grant money temporarily. That's why you have big endowments.
I would say with the DNC, he asked people to give money to the DNC. I would say that donors are holding back from giving money to the DNC until the DNC shows them that they know how to spend that money wisely and messaging properly in order to win elections. And they're not seeing that right now. So, I would love to know who President Obama is talking to here. If he was talking to the people in that room, he's absolutely right. That was Ken Martin. That was Phil Murphy. He's absolutely right. Those people need to stand up and be a little bit more tough. If he's talking to the rest of us, we're waiting anxiously for them to do that.
Well, but here's what he says to you. Stop looking for the quick fix. Stop looking for the Messiah. You have great candidates running races right now. He's talked specifically about gubernatorial races in New Jersey and Virginia. People who are pragmatic,
okay, so
common
he's saying
sense,
this.
have a desire to help people.
Then there's Mark Cuban jumps on the bandwagon, and Mark Cuban says a bunch of stuff about Democrats and Trumps. I don't know if you saw that one or not. If you want to play that. So here's Mark.
Sorry, that was Mark.
Mark Cuban's cousin or something. That did not look
Mark
like a Mark.
Cuban.
I only have him.
Cuban Mark, but
So suddenly Obama shows up and was kind of giving a lecture a little bit.
yeah. Do you have the Mark Cuban clip?
I don't. I have Whoopi Goldberg. I have Charlemagne, both of them, but I don't have the Mark Cuban.
Go to Charlemagne, then go to Whoopi. Here's Charlemagne. Whoopi sees this stuff, gets upset at what Obama said, and here's what Whoopi had to say. Beautiful hair day, but go ahead. Play this clip by Whoopi. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me remind everybody who was out in the front lines marching when we had the giant marches that went on. It was the people. The people went out. They were not navel gazing. It was older people who were saying, why are you touching my Social Security? It was not people whining. It was about people saying, why are you taking these rights from my child when my child was born here? This has not been about Democrats laying back. This has been about y'all. This has been about
the
y'all
audience doesn't know what to do. They're like,
their
do we
messaging was
clap?
always the same. Democrats have been angry at what this man tried to do the last time. They've been angry this time. So with much due respect to you both, I believe you are pointing the finger at the wrong person when you say Democrats.
Are you delineating between voters and elected officials?
Yes, I am.
You're saying that, because I agree, voters are very impassioned.
Voters, and when you say Democrats, he's talking to us saying our messaging
by the
is
way,
bad.
Do you
And
know,
I'm
do you
saying,
know what she sounds like? She sounds like the way MAGA feels with Trump when he talks about Epstein. How upset they are at Trump about Epstein. The Democrats are upset at Obama because they're saying you're doing this. They're putting the responsibility on him, right? On the messaging here. Adam, your thoughts on this when you see, what Whoopi, Obama, all these guys here are saying about the Democrats?
Okay, so let's start with the fact that we started with the conversation that they had just seen each other for the first time and whatever.
Yep.
So Barack Obama is gay. That's the narrative. Michelle Obama's a man. They're getting divorced. She never even had the kid. Show me one pregnancy picture. All this speculation out there, right? It's fun to go down this rabbit hole, as we just learned in the previous segment. Or maybe he's just a straight guy and she's a woman and they got together and they had a family and they had kids. That's probably the truth, but it's a lot more fun to call her a man. It's a lot more fun to call her Big Mick. It's a lot more fun to speculate.
Mike.
My bad. You know, I got to get on the same wavelength as you guys, as the rabbit hole crew.
You can look it up on Gronk.
Okay.
On a Rob Gronkowski app.
You know, maybe she's a trans man and he's a gay guy and it's all an act and they all got it put together and they did this. Or maybe the reality is they're just a married couple going through some normal stuff. I don't know. I think the truth is boring and I think the rabbit hole is a lot more fun. I'm just more on the side of truth. I could be wrong. She could be a Chicks with Dick crew. I don't know. But I'm just speculating. I'm just asking questions, guys.
You are.
I'm just asking questions.
But I mean, if you listen to Larry Sinclair, Adam, and Obama's letters to his girlfriend saying he fantasized about, you're a heterosexual male. I know that,
Allegedly,
online. But Adam, have you ever written letters to your girlfriend in college saying, I think about sleeping with men every day? Then you have Larry Sinclair, who went in front of Congress and said, and affidavit, and took a lie detector test and said, when Obama was growing up in the politic world, I would do drugs with him and come sleep with him in a hotel.
Okay.
That I don't believe the Big Mike stuff, but that stuff is on.
But that's actually a perfect example. So on one hand, you have married, family, 2 kids, been around the public media, been presidency, White House, evidence of that they're just a normal married couple. Yeah. And then you have some weird crackhead dude who's like, I heard he likes some dick. And then it's like, all right, well, obviously that guy's correct.
So this guy out of nowhere. So this guy came out of nowhere.
Well, I'm just saying it's a lot more fun to go on the Larry Sinclair rabbit hole. It's a lot less fun to look at reality.
What about the letters he wrote to his?
No, I get it.
What about the letters he wrote?
Vinny, we get it. You've gone down.
Adam, have you ever? Adam, is there?
No.
You just believe everything. Everybody, you
don't
believe the
my
narrative.
lying eyes.
You should make a shirt that says "I believe the narrative." That's who you are.
You should make a shirt that says "I'm
the angry
theorist.
patriot.
I'm a sea theorist."
No, I'm an angry patriot. I'm an angry patriot. By the way.
We just learned in the previous segment when you're angry, you're not
What do you think
rational.
about what Whoopi Goldberg thinks? There?
Forget about Whoopi Goldberg. I think she's irrelevant. I'll tell you what I do think, though. When Barack Obama called out the Democratic Party for being soft and basically being gay as hell, I think he's absolutely right. What I'll tell you is this. He mentioned the fact that he had 2 daughters and that he's hoping and praying when he speaks with friends and family that they find good men. Because Barack Obama knows that the type of men that his daughter are associating with are weak, are feminine, are not masculine, and because those types of attributes are with one party and one party only, the MAGA conservative base. Those are real men. Show me men in the Democratic Party. I'll show you a guy who's masquerading as a trans activist.
You mean Tim Walz isn't a tough guy?
Tampon Tim is probably not the toughest guy. So what he's basically saying is, man, I'm a Democrat, but I would love my daughters to be with an actual strong conservative man with values and principles. He's not going to come out and say that, but that's what he means. So the next question is, what's worse for society? Strong men and weaker women, or strong women and weaker men? What's worse?
The weaker men, obviously.
100%.
1,000%.
We have millennia of men being strong, the dominant patriarchy, and women being the nurturing matriarchy, having kids, and being sort of subservient to men. That's built society. Now they flipped it. Women are the strong ones, down with the patriarchy, who runs the world, girls, the future is feminine. And now there's a lot of confused men out there putting on dresses, and Obama's looking at it and being like, I kind of caused this by lighting the White House LGBT colors. I kind of caused this by doing gay marriage. I kind of caused this by saying, hey, let's stop at the gay marriage thing. No, let's continue into trans world and trans psychopathy. So I think there's a part of Obama that's looking at everything and basically going, some of this is on me. So, but I know that you want Trump to go to jail. So
yeah, I hear all that, Adam. Adam, I hear all that, and some of that I agree with. What happened is Obama went out and kind of lectured everybody after being quiet and off to the side. And I don't agree with Whoopi Goldberg's positions, but I think there is a certain purity and truth in her response. She is offended, and she is saying to the ruling class, the voters were out there protesting. We were out there marching, and we're a little offended that you're lecturing us. And you know what? I don't want to be lectured, and I don't want you to push back on me. I don't agree with her and her positions, but I think that's her response. And what Pat commented was, isn't that what a lot of MAGA people are saying, is saying, hang on, you know what? You're our guy, Trump. Whoopi, you're our guy, Obama. Don't lecture me, Obama, on
Big
this
Mike,
one.
you're our
we
guy.
were out there, and now the MAGA is out there saying, don't lecture me on this. I'm upset and offended.
Okay, I just said this is probably the weirdest podcast we've done. Vinny has basically been calling for Trump to go to jail. He says Dan Bongino, hold on.
You're putting
Dan
words in my
Bongino,
mouth.
Cash
I did
Patel,
not say that.
Pam Bondi, all liars.
Notice how he's twisting that I'm saying Trump should go to jail.
we can run
I
the
said
tape
if
back,
he
you
was,
called them
if he was
all
doing
liars.
anything illegal, everybody
Tom
should go
is
to jail.
defending Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm not defending. I am not defending Whoopi.
And-
I said I understand her response.
Patrick is defending the Mossad. Here I am defending our allies, Donald Trump,
I'm not defending-
and calling
And Adam,
Obama gay as hell.
And Adam, please notice,
Here we go.
no one's defending you.
No. What I'm doing
I don't need
is
it. Here's the difference. I don't give a shit.
Did you guys
I'll
fully
defend myself.
miss the entire segment in the podcast where I'm catching all these mosquito drones that Masada
Another
send
one.
our way?
We call
Is
him
you guys listening?
Listen, hey,
Oh my
look at me. I'm talking to you. Hey,
PBD.
stop it.
PBD.
No, it's
Stop it.
It's like
PBD,
karate. It's
PBD,
like,
look at me.
it's like Karate
PBD,
Kid.
look at me for a second. I brought them. I brought the
We know.
flying mosquitoes.
We know.
Check the bugs.
Remember about a month ago, I was wearing this hat, and I said, this is officially my top 3 favorite hats.
Sick.
Future looks bright. The colors here, absolutely sick. I can wear this with exactly what I have on right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to just put it on. I love this
match.
hat.
It doesn't match,
okay?
by the way.
Huh?
It doesn't match.
I love this hat. I absolutely love this hat. It's officially out. It's limited edition. It's one of the numbered ones that we do that comes in the box when we mail it out to you, and it's numbered out of 1 out of 250. You guys already know what happens with our numbered stuff. If you go on eBay, Rob, and you type in Future Looks Bright, you'll see our material and our merch is there all over the place. But preferably, I want you to buy this stuff to wear it. But if you, for some of you buy it and put it on eBay. If you can keep going lower and lower and lower, you'll see all this stuff priced at, some of them are ridiculous numbers that people put them up here to sell them at, especially the numbered ones. But for some of you that are diehard fans of the Future Looks Bright gear, the new limited edition, 1 out of 250 is here, numbered. And this is, again, my top 3 favorite hat. We've had Future Looks Bright, the blue one. Go to vtmerch.com, place an order, get one for yourself. Some of you guys that are on the email list and on Connect Circle's merch circle that we have, you are told about this before anybody else. So a ton of them sold out last night and early this morning. All I'm saying is place the order. This will sell out in the next hour or two. You don't want to come back to us and say, how can I get one of these? We can't sell it to you. You got to go on eBay to buy them. And it'll definitely be at a different price than the $99. So go to vtmerch.com, place your order. Limited edition Future Looks Bright hat is here.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.